Hi guys, and welcome back to Ray Ray's Honest Airgun Reviews. In this review I'm going to be reviewing something a bit different. This is a FAC airgun. It's the FAC, the first FAC airgun I've reviewed. So I'm going to push the range out probably to 40 or 50 yards with it being, it's doing about 28, 30 foot-pound the last time I chronoed it. So we will chrono it again a bit later in the episode. But for now, yeah, we'll push the range out to probably 50 yard, I'm going to say, and see what kind of grouping we get with 3 different pellets out of 50. So let's get her on the table and have a look at her. So today's airgun on the table is the Daystate Huntsman Revere. Now this little rifle came out, well, I won't say little, powerful rifle, came out in 2020, and it is 2.9 kilograms in weight, so unscoped. So that is quite light. It is 36.5 inches long. That's from butt to the end of the barrel. That's not including the silencer. So what we'll do is we'll start at the end like normal and work as well forever to go through it all. So this one has a nice safari stock on it. They also have walnut stocks, I believe, and they're made by Manelli. It's got an adjustable rubber cheek piece you can adjust to get good scope eye alignment, and then it's got some nice stippling here, and then also it's got stippling under the stock there as well for nice and grip. It is a side lever cocking action like most now, the biathlon style, and it comes with either a 11-shot window magazine or you can fit the single shot tray. We're going to be shooting this one, doing a review through the magazine, so I'm going to show you how you load it. There's quite a lot of videos out there on how it's loaded. It just slides in and it's got some magnets and keeps it in place. There's a lot of magnets just there on the magazine if you can't see it already. It's got a very nice prominent safety catch on the back. That's backwards and forwards, safe on, safe off. This one is fitted with an 11mm dovetail, 11mm for dovetail mount, scope rail. It is fully shrouded, and it's got 2 pressure gauges on it, so reservoir gauge on it. One at the end, which I don't really like most people say, because you're looking down, you're looking down the end of the barrel. You don't really want to be looking down the end of the barrel. But yeah, that's got your reservoir pressure in it, and obviously see how much juice you've got in there. And then the bottom one is the reg pressure. So this reg, it's a Huma reg like all Daystates. This one is set at about 160 bar. It is FAC, and it is doing about 28 foot-pounds with a 16 grain pellet. We'll put a few shots through on the chronograph later, just to give you an idea of what it's doing as well. I've fitted this one with the Virac XL silencer because it just basically goes off with a right old whack when you fire it, and it just obviously takes the muzzle report down a bit as well. It's fitted with its Daystate match 2-stage trigger, which is pretty nice. That's got a Sporters trigger on it, and it's done in a nice black satin finish. So I can't really say too much more about that, apart from it's a very powerful rifle. It's a great rifle. Sorry, one more thing, a 250 bar fill. You're roughly getting around about between 40 and 50 consistent shots at 28, 30 foot-pound with it. So let's spin around and we'll have 5 shots. We're going to use JSB Hades, some dead centers, and some Crossman Accupells, all in 2.2 caliber, and we'll see what they do at 50 yards. Sorry, just one more thing I did actually forget to say. This comes in 177 caliber, 2.2 caliber, or a 2.5 option. Now, I've never seen a 177 FAC, and I can imagine that is pretty much flat at 100 yards. That'd be ridiculous, and you would have to use some very heavy pellets. This one's very flat. I've had a go with this one already, out to 70 yards. So that's, it is like a laser guided accurate rifle. But you'll see that now anyway. So I'm going to spin around again and we'll have a look. Right, so to load the Daystate 11-shot magazine, I don't know why it's 11 shots. It's a very random number, but it is 11. I've double counted that and got my lovely cameraman to obviously count it as well, just to double check that. It's the window system. Now this, obviously, the old Daystate one was no window system, it had a foot solid front on it, and you twizzle it around and it clicked in place and you dropped the pellet in. This one, you open the window, it's got a nice little magnet there, and you spin it all the way around until it stops, and you load the first pellet in, and that keeps it in place. Like so. So I'm just going to load this up, and then we'll have 5 shots out at 50 yards with it. As you can see, guys, it is like winter wonderland today. It's very cold. It's about -1 degrees when I come down in the car. It's dedication to the channel. So that's loaded. You pull the baffle in the back, cock it, and the magazine just slides in the side, and that is it. That's loaded. So I'm going to have 5 shots now with the Hades, and we'll see how we get on. Safety off. Right, so that's 5 shots with the Hades. Now we'll swap over to the dead centers and see what we get with that. Right, so it's that cold. I've had to load 5 of the dead centers and 5 of the Accupells into the magazine. So we're gonna crack on with it because I can't feel my fingers at the minute, but I'll try my best. That's 5 dead centers. Now we'll do 5 Accupells. Right, so that's 5 Accupells. Now we'll get the cards in and we'll have a look what the groupings are like. Then we'll pick the best pellet and get it over the chrono. Right, so the 50-yard pellet test with the JSBs, the dead centers, and the Accupells, or Crossman Premiers, or Ultra Magnums, whatever they're called now. Yeah, I'm not going to grumble at that. This gun is not fussy with pellets. I'm going to say the Accupells won it. Dead centers were good at, there was all really good groups, and that's at 50 yards. And I have had a good play with this gun, and I've had it out at 70 yards, and the grouping's only opened up a tiny little bit as well. It's a tiny bit windy today and a bit too cold to be shooting out at 70, 80 yards. I'm not going to lie, my fingers are freezing, I can't feel them. But marks out of 10 for the Daystate Huntsman Revere as an FAC rifle. It's going to get an 8. It looks very sexy with this Safari stock on. Well done to Daystate for bringing a Safari stock out. I really do like that. It's a nice, light hunting rifle. Shot count, although it's regulated gun, it does keep it, we're going to have a look in a minute. I'll do a quick chronograph test on it, but it does really keep it around about 28 foot-pound the last time I tried it. Yeah, as a hunting rifle goes, if you're thinking about getting an FAC air rifle, it's probably a really good one to start off with. I've got a different FAC air rifle, and I'm gonna bring that down soon and show you that, and show you all the different things you can do to that. The one thing that I do or have noticed about when you're shooting FAC air rifles is if you can adjust the power, you can sometimes adjust the power to suit the pellet. If that makes sense. Not pick a pellet to suit the gun. You can obviously do vice versa, and because different pellets obviously perform better at different speeds as well. So yeah, let's get the chrono out, and I'm going to say Accupells, even though they are quite light, the 14.3 grain. we'll give it. Now I'll tell you what we'll do the Accupells and we'll do the JSBs over the Chronograph, and we'll see what they're running at. So yeah, we'll get the Chronograph out now and give that a quick go and see what it spits it out at. So we're going to use the Hades. He's a 15.89 grain. We'll have 4 shots and see what it spits it out at. I've just done a quick one. It come out at 25.9, which is 859 feet per second. So it's 1, 26, 26, 26, 26.2. So yeah, it's quite consistent with the Hades at 26 foot-pound at 15.89 grains. Now I'm going to swap the chrono over quickly. Let's configure that to the magnums now. Projectile weight. So these ones are 14.3. Select. Save. Right, let's see what we get with the magnums. Well, Crossman magnums. 24.6. 24.5. 24.4, so it's actually dropping a little bit. 24.3. 24.1. So we're getting about 24 foot-pound with the Crossman Ultra Magnums, and we're getting about 26 pound with the JSB Hades, the heavier of the two. I have seen, like I said, using an 18 grain pellet, it jumps up to about 28, 29 foot-pound. So yeah, it's quite consistent. It's not a bad consistency. That Huma regulator is working quite well. So yeah. Right, so the Daystate Huntsman Revere, going to keep it short and sweet because it's freezing, is a great gun, and yeah, I feel very fortunate to have borrowed this gun to try it out, and I've also been allowed to take this hunting, so I'm going to have a go with it hunting. Thanks again for watching, guys. It does mean a lot to me. Thank you for subscribing. Other people subscribe and obviously watch the videos. It really does help the channel out, and I do appreciate it very much. So until next week, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.